there. 40 has defeated Kaho and took out Labyrinth. In the ace matches, versus Focus he was there, versus Happy he was there. This is what it's all about. Best of 3, and we're kicking things off on Melting Freaking Valley. Whoever takes this home is the Stars War champion, World Elite, winner of the group stage, dominating team, highest elo combined. Everything was in favor of them. They were relaxed. They could have a great night's sleep. They were early at the hotel, while EHOME was fighting against Mouse for the entry in the final till 4 AM at night. Probably went to sleep at like 6 AM. No rest. 40 was seen on stage earlier. Shades on, taking a nap. But he is ready now. Again, the story of this match. Yumiko starting instead of Remind opened the way. He took out Sky, and then he caused a massive upset over Infi before Lin took over, where Yumi was also strong, but it took a fly in stellar shape to take out Lin, which was not to be expected, to be honest. Then he almost got 1-0, but the Necromancer, the MVP for World Elite, did it again, kept his nerves together, and shows in what tremendous fashion and shape he is. 40 wins Dubai, 40 wins Rara. Is 40 also winning Xi'an? 1-0 won the B Cup. Is he also taking Stars War for his team? Classic opener thus far. Melting Valley, uncharted territory. Sorry, there were some donations apparently. I don't want to overload my browser as I had some technical difficulties, so I closed that for a second. Let me check real quick. Thank you, Styles, for the €5. Thanks so much for the Warcraft 3 weekend. Really excited to play myself again now. Nice. Transfix, Basti, Richie, Lucky, Favor. Thank you for the support as well. 2.5 on the Archmage. Wand of Mana Stealing, not too bad. Fortitude is the guy who revolutionized this matchup, who's always finding answers. And 1-2-0 is the guy who puts a spin on things. DK it is. DK, Ted Fiends, Happy tried it yesterday, and he failed on Twisted. Grook, thank you for the sub as well. So did Fortitude find a solution against the Ted Fiends again? Or is 1-2-0 just playing it better? Because Happy usually comes in with a Crypt Lord. 40 is in this constant rivalry with Happy that all his strategies seem a bit tailor-made towards Happy. But 1-2-0 plays it differently. Lich openers, DK openers, Fiend openers. You gotta be ready now. Expo coming, Skeleton, Fiend, Harass, trying to take out the Mercenary, which would give him a good chunk of XP, take some healing away. Oh, that Fiend needs a coil though, so the Worker survives for now. 40 seems to have some issues. Lag? Maybe? Hopefully not. Technical difficulties in the Grand Final. That's what we were needing, right? This is what this Grand Final still needs. One to zero, not looking too ecstatic. Go. Go. Fiend 50%, DK 50%. I would say this is a very, very, very solid opener for Fortitude. It's such a big map. And also Mercenaries. Expo up. And then weather the storm. Fortify. And start to own. That's the momentum. That's the power spikes. Lich is on the way out. No tier 3 yet. Pretty broke after Lich and Slaughterhouse. Delaying the tier 3, delaying destroyers, delaying orb. But 40's expo is up. So far, Fortitude razor sharp. Good creeping, no mistakes, easy defense. And 1-0 needs to level up a bit. Needs to wait for the statues. Ring of Regen, of course, fantastic. Wand of Mana Stealing came in handy. And we are fortifying. When can we tech? Needs a little bit more gold. 6 minutes... 6 minutes 15, maybe. And the Fiends are so hurt. Archmage gets Coil Nova, but should be able to run away. 1-0 blocks himself a little bit. There's Boots, there's the Ring of Regen, there's a good retreat. And 1-0 can't reach. Life-saving Boots. Does he see an opening with this? Tech has started, 6 minutes 30. Given that he invested into a mercenary before, this is fine. So hard to crack this positioning. Are the towers in a good spot so they can reach against the skeletons? They definitely are, and this is where 40 excels at. This is what brought him the win over Happy. When you are getting pressured, just counter pressure. The human base is so fortified, lots of repair, still getting some income done. And 1-0, what can you do? The shop is gone, no more statues, and this is already done, I guess? Not jumping on top of him. Again, fragile. No coil, no Nova. Arcane is down, and 1-0 didn't lose a unit, but the shop is gone. Tech now. Decision making has to be clutch. As always, we're waiting for the defend. Engaging without it. Can he get any fiend kills? Statue far, far, far in the back, so the water elementals can't snipe it. Not the craziest amount of footmen either, is it? The movement kind of signaling. Yeah, the defense is ready. And now the Archmage is just hacking away. He's burning these fiends to a crisp. And no TP on 1-0. His inventory is naked. Is aiming for a Nova soon. Oh, you gotta be a bit careful here. Tier 2 around the corner. Lich is getting controlled. Well, he's getting hugged by these statues. The statues are godsend. Since he had them queued, he didn't need to rebuild the shop immediately. So, 40, lots of damage, but no kills. And 1-0, you got an Arcane, but nothing against that second base. And with every second that's passing, Fortitude gets stronger and stronger and stronger. This was a pretty great retreat, though. Careful, 40. No TP. Oh, lit shot. Not enough. The fiend shots are connecting, but it's also not enough. He had a shop at his expo. But does he have a shop in the main? I don't think so. I don't. How do you heal? The Ring of Regen is fantastic, but it's rather slow. 1-0 is getting some momentum. Tier 3 is around the corner too. He does have a shop at the bottom. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Another coil. 20 HP. 40 baiting. And the statues are doing their job again. This is a risky, risky game for 40. Mountain King coming. Again, hold, people, hold. Town portal available. But when he portals in, and he's in range, he's just getting nuked. We get the footies here. Is he? He's not rich at all. He has to repair the entire time. Peasants are coming. The militia being greeted by a Nova. They're all clumped up. But he's trying to force 1-0 back. He's not falling for it. Not yet. Waiting for the destroyer. So many towers. Defend is up, so it doesn't do too much. We're each trying to crack each other's bases. Tier 3 for Fortitude has only started now. Archmage again with the potion can stay in this a lot longer. When do you have to respond? And who is the one who has to respond first? Running in tower range. Not ideal. I guess the towers are just holding for now. Question is if 120. He's down an Acolyte now. Needs to replace that at the arrival of tier 3. He's very low on lumber. He can't really do too much with it. And Fortitude still has the main base economy together. Did the calculation quickly in his head. Can this ghoul kill me? Absolutely not. Level 4. Going for the shop again. This would mean the Lich wouldn't get an orb in the near future. Mountain King is here too. Is 40 losing the base on the other side? Not really. Towers, yes. Workers, yes. The town hall? 300 gold already that Fortitude is draining from attacking these acolytes. But there's no army. Against Happy, he made the perfect calls. Waiting for the tier 3. He has 800 gold. Maybe the human base did enough already. Mountain King can easily take some acolytes if he wants to. He also has to preserve some mana. This is now a broken human base. How many acolytes available? 4. Destroyers up, being fed immediately. Hiding in the towers, and maybe that's the call sign to go home. I fear for 40, I gotta say. And he does too, GG! 3 maps in a row for Fortitude. Was not responding to the attack the wrong call? He has now back-to-back championships. 1-2 man. The man who makes Ted Fiends shine again. The main base was still there, but everything was so hurt. This was a map where the creep routes are not perfectly aligned. Not elaborate. These 3 towers, man. This was a great answer to what 40 did to Happy yesterday. They were on match points. EHOME. EHOME was on match points. Twice. And Fly couldn't close it out. And the answers against Happy are not necessarily the answers against 120. Infeel and 120 finally working together. Now we got a team feeling. On the other side, I don't think anybody can teach him anything. Yumi looks worried. Smile wiped from Fly's face. Was it all in vain? Was the team effort by EHOME all in vain and their carry lets them down? Yumi asking, you got this? You got this. I gotta say, the winner of 40 recently, the show match, reading 40's rhythm tour. This was of course on a knife's edge. But he knows when to pressure this Archmage. Archmage, despite the Ring of Regen, constantly in trouble. Game plan set though. 40 still has a rifle mortar push, but that usually only works against undead expansions, and Fortitude is not the player for that. Secret Valley! Well, well, well. Match points, World Elite, the first one. They were on the brink of defeat, and they clawed back, and they eliminated Fly, and now they take the match points. If 40 wins this, we go to an all-deciding map 3. But you gotta do this first. Secret Valley is left. This creep spot is relatively hard. Can 120 do crushing damage and kill him early? It's again the Dead Fiends. Are you that experienced with Secret Valley, Fortitude? We have fountains, but they are protected. The creeps are never sleeping. We have shops in the middle. Hopefully, he has a good creep route. He needs it. Archmage, of course. DK, of course. He knows the creep pull trick now. Wasn't there back in the day. Solid call. This might be the end of Stars War. If 120 performs again as he did perform on Melting Valley. Rush distance shorter. And 120 rushing across. Coil locked and loaded. 40 can't really afford to lose any creeps here. The last hits must be on point. First one is, and 120 is only going for a creep. He doesn't want to pounce on this. He might have been a little bit too late anyway. 40 gathers information. And of course, there's a roaming acolyte in front of that base. Lots of space at that base. You can build a bit farther forward. Might be able to protect the workers better instead of the narrow choke. Or the narrow position we had on Melting. We take more camps. We get more skeletons. I feel like 40... Can he wait until the skeletons expire? He's not waiting. 2.2. Doesn't want to expose himself to the Murlocs in the south because there's poison. And here's the DK. DK at 50% already. This coil shall not be allowed, and it isn't. 120's arrival 3 seconds too late. We got that one stolen though, and that's now passive regen on the undead. 120 playing a fine game. He has no rod of necromancy anymore. Should be able to deal with it, and he denies on the water elementals. Needs it, gets it. Coil thrown on the priest, and that delays level 3 for quite a while. Tower first. Expo coming. But only level 2. Usually 40 is banking. On the level 3 always. 120 goes for the shop. Both are circlet for 120. Boots for the Archmage. Both, I guess, got what they wanted. This time, no additional Fiend support. He's going back a lot earlier. Voila! Creeps getting involved. And instead of creeping... Oh, okay, we get this camp. We try to pressure 120 in the base. Dead Fiends take a long time to come together. Maybe he can snipe a ghoul, maybe he can pressure the DK even further, force a ritual dagger off of him. Anything that delays 120 is helpful for 40 and is helpful for EHOME. Lumber mill coming. Double Fiend production. Expo is up at 450. Tech by 40 was a little bit late because he also went for a mercenary. This is not the case here. 120 plays around this well, but there was also not really a threat. It's basically an opportunity for the Archmage to get some chip damage in. So 120 has to stay on Blight a little bit. That is level 3. Parallel creeping. Footman taking damage, needs a shop, gets a shop, and the lumber is super low. That's worrying. That is very... Oh, he needs... Okay. He needs like 70 more. This will line up. 120 on the way to tier 3 in a bit. Needs a bit of gold. But Lich is coming Slaughterhouse too. Leveling up now. Level 3. More towers. Fortitude, fortifying. This looks fragile. A40's timing's not working out. He goes for defend a lot earlier. Delays the tech even further. Could tech now. No. He queued another tower. So early. 40 said the answers are in his head. Some answers he was lagging. This weekend. Tech started 6:30. Time to catch up. Towers aren't finished yet. At the halfway mark, the Fend is around the corner. He was engaging before the Fend was finished. Fiend is taking a lot of damage. You gotta burn through this. Tower, mass repair. Wonder if it's even in range. Footman split to the side, but this time 40 plays it a little bit differently. As he keeps the Archmage at home with lots of mana. Towers coming up. All he can do... Yeah, this is the defensive position that you don't really have on Melting Valley. Where Acolytes, where Peasants are always under attack. Ghouls deal with the Footman now. Statues coming in. A lot of longevity for 120 in this fight. We are back in 2014. We are back to Tet Fiends trying to crush human expos. Tech halfway mark. Burning through the statue mana instantly. Defend up now. Yeah, he might need support. If the Fiends get lured... Ooh, Nova. If the Fiends get lured into tower range, this would help. Mass repair on the shop. One footy there. And more footies are coming. They take a long time. It kind of looks like Defend is not disabled. Oh, it takes a long... They're not moving. They're not moving. 6 footies. Not here. Ouch, this is losses. 2 workers. Tech has started. This... Oh, a meat wagon. They are there to intercept the meat wagon. No, they run past. Oh, this would have been such a gorgeous play. Thorok, thank you for the sub. Archmage is holding the fort by himself. Double racks. Did Yumi just tell him about double racks footies? I think he didn't see the wagon. Classic WFZ style. This is siege damage now. And what do? Where's the Archmage? He tries to help the Footman in the offense, but he might be necessary in the defense. Oh, he wasn't looking. And we have a similar situation as in game 1. Pressuring the undead main during the tech. The tech takes a long time. Now he realized meat wagons up, mass repair. Is this just a... Is he just crushing this base? Needs more workers. Needs Archmage support. All this could have been prevented. So much damage. Almost less repair, less repair, less repair. Archmage is here. Takes the pressure of the base. Ooh, this is so clutch now. But the Lich is working on these repair peasants over and over and over again. Archmage begging for Coil Nova, but at least the wagon can't shoot anymore. Acolyte stressed. 6 Acolytes still intact though. 120 is micring like a madman. 1 lost now. This is of course lost mining time. He can't mine at the moment. Water Elemental chasing. Acolyte trying to repair. Coil ready. Every single interaction here is so decisive. Now the towers are up, but the footies don't really care. 2 Acolytes down, and the pressure is not there anymore. He gets the statue too, and mana all of a sudden is low. 1,300 gold, 40 holds! Or does he? At least it feels that way. Working on the towers now, not fully mining, still so rich. Tier 3 cute, Mountain King coming. But the repair on the Arcane wasn't ready. Town portaling home now to get all the peasants or the footmen with him. Lich, Nova, but there's a potion before. He can't really heal. That was asking for a Nova. Fiend behind enemy lines. Only 50 food. But 120. He has to wait for reinforcement. The tech is there, finally. Destroyers around the corner. And 40 still has to wait for the tier 3. He can't build any peasants right now or any workshops right now. If only the Mountain King were here already. The Arcane Tower is severely missing. 120 can maneuver himself way more far forward than it was the case before. Fortitude hanging on by a thread. But there's no wagon anymore. There's nothing he has to fear. And now Fortitude finally gets a breather. And now he's the one marching forward. And the Mountain King is here to clean house. So many Storm Bolts. Going for Frost Armor very early. Mana on the DK is limited. No coil at all. And the defense for these still have so much value. But Fortitude, the job isn't done yet. He still needs Knights, Gyros, anything to deal... Oh, Surround? No. Anything to deal with Destroyers. And the Mountain King is begging for that Nova. Invo Potion a little bit too late, but he had that one last hammer down. There was also a coil. Now the Surround. No TP, of course. He's trying to fight out, but that is not possible. Level 4 Archmage, you gotta flee now. Fly, you fools! Is what the Archmage yelled to the Mountain King, thinking it's multiple people, which he's not. But the Fiends have to go home, heal, and taking that Lich away, taking that potential Orb Carry away, is a big sigh of relief. So now the question, with one base tier 3 undead, how do you deal with tier 2 and tier 3 2 base human with Coil Nova? Maybe steals the mana. No coil no more. That went off mana stealing. A godsend. Without that wand, there's a coil. And he gets that kill. Okay. Okay. Knight's coming. Paladin coming. It's coming together. Is it tanks? Is it gyros? Is it all of the above? You cannot deal with knights. And 120 is the player who's most reluctant recently, or in the history of this game, to go Banshees. He's just refusing to go Banshees, and I think on one base you don't have the resources to go Banshees. That was an insane 6-minute defense, right? Kind of? 40 shows that he can deal with the pressure. Close to level 3 Lich though, Dark Ranger out, no Pit Lord, no Rain of Fire. We're meeting each other at the fountain. This is risky for 40. Got that staff up. Of course he needs XP, but he didn't scout to the right-hand side. Invite for a Coil Nova. He wants this one item. Mountain King is far away. Archmage realizes this. The War Golem never sleeps. TP out. And this is Web against Gyros, and this is Web against the Dragon. This is more experience for 120. Paladin almost getting trapped there. Bit careless not scouting where 120 is. I feel like he did lose track for a second. And then didn't do the right call. But he's still rich. He's still getting ahead. Devotion Aura. Again. DK 4.6. Red spot. Is that too obvious now? 47 food. We switched into abominations. The fortification is good though. Building the farms far forward. But 40 realizes he has to respond. Invo potion not up. Heal scroll. Oh, is up! He got the one from the right-hand side. I see. Is a Stormbolt level 1 enough? Tower still holding. 40 is a bit supply blocked. Waiting for the knights. And then let the Rohirrim ride. Onto the Lich again. Archmage defensive position. Silence is not up yet. There's only Black Arrow. Feels like the Mountain King missed his fiend a little bit. But this is so much 40. Abomination is coming in. A walking mana fountain. Holy Light needs to be ready. Or the invul early in the fight. But he is throwing the kitchen sink onto whatever 120 has. Militia, footies, knights, gyros. All of it. There is no destroyer. And the Lich is far forward, really trying to nuke here. So at the moment the Stormbolt is missing, can operate from range in a second. Peasants are getting surrounded. Is there even more mining? Yeah. He still has mining. He still has 2k gold. Holy Light ready. Fiend nuke. The Knight damage is absurd. And this needs a miracle now. 120 needs a miracle if he still wants to win this game. These Knights are just too strong. These Knights are the perfect counter to Fiends, and this is where the Tats Fiends are truly falling off. Archmage, of course, free mana regeneration. Lich is dashing out still a lot of damage, and he's getting kills in. 40 is forgetting to macro a little bit, to be honest. Where are the reinforcements? He got 1200 gold in the bank. Lich still an invo potion, begging for it. No mana. No mana. Throws a coil, getting ready. And 40 is ready with the fight. Loses another knight, but at least got the macro under control. I feel like with better production, 40 can close this out already. Level 3 Unholy Aura. What? How is 120 still in? He got silence now. But 120 kind of misclick, eh? This must be a misclick. Workers getting attacked by Murloc's classic Secret Valley. 120 isn't done here yet. He finally wants these towers, but we still have lots of mana. We still have a healthy paladin. Dark Ranger, maybe a bit far forward. You would love to have that level 3 coil now, wouldn't you? No invo potion, only a heal potion on that Archmage, the most fragile of all heroes. Holy Light, locked and loaded, should be at least. There's one more coil and he uses it on the A-bomb, and that's about it then. Lich in trouble. So are the Knights. They're trying to get into the backline, but they can't get the best connection. Seems like they're mostly on A-click. Super unfortunate timing for the lag. Babs! A-bomb is falling. Knight is safe. It is fascinating how these Fiends have so much uptime. But the longer the game goes, the more and more and more gold 40 is getting from that second base. 2,600 gold left in the main. Good positioning by 120. He's always trying to lure 40 into that needle hole. And that Lich, kind of the carrot in front of the horse's face. But now, oops, bit of misposition. Fiend for free. Lich blocked, little wonky. But the statues did the job. Can he get a surround out? A bash? Maybe. Dude, if this Mountain King hits level 3, this game is over. But if not, then 120 can still do it. Can we get more staffs? Yes, second staff is a lot of value. He needs these kills though. Mountain King, begging for some mana. Pray harder, be more brilliant, old Archmage man. Boots on the Mountain King, so strong. There's no Coil Nova. There's at max Nova. The Holy Light is already there. So many Fiends falling now. Lich is almost running out of Frost Armor. Careful. Holy Light. Always Holy Light. Always and ever the defensive Holy Lights. 6-6. Sick Fiend kiting by 120. I think nobody does it better. Who loses the first hero? That's the question here. He is able to stay out on night range. This is so hard to do. So hard to do. And 40 again. Where is the macro? The tug of war is over. 120 is running out of gold. 1500 left. 2.5 minutes. The disease cloud is brilliant. And for once, whoa, 120, no TP. Run to the hills, 40. Give us the decider. How are you supposed to get out there? You can't run. You can't hide. You can't kite. And that is now the big problem if Fortitude stays in the fight. Another Fiend down there, all clumped up. Imagine Blizzard now. So sick. Mountain King, will he finally die? No, he won't. The staff at the ready. Might have to nuke with the Paladin now. And that is begging for a Holy Light, isn't it? Archmage damage, she gets out of it, but so many losses! 40 didn't lose anything in this fight. And the statues are empty too. 2 minutes of mining. Level 4. The fountain! The fountain is open, of course! Oh, the perfect counter to the Holy Light. And look at the bottom left-hand side. We are getting griffins. I know I made a lot of the rings analogies. But the eagles are coming to the rescue. 120 has no options anymore. He never goes Banshees. Or, yeah. I guess we've seen it recently a bit, but he's not going Banshees. Next creep spot. How do you stop this? If only you had the coil level 3. Heroes are trailing a bit behind, but is the Mountain King finally enough? Lich has an invuln. Lich has frost armor, which is great. But here's the AM. Here's the Paladin. And we have our level 3 Mountain King. This hammer hits so much harder! And there it is! Last map, of course! Of course in Star Sword we have to go for the final map. This couldn't have gone any better. Secret Valley goes to 40 and immediately team huddle. Immediately. Fly, the smile is back. You got this, bro. You got this. Oh my god. These guys are walking marathons. Yesterday, after the official ace match, they were tied with Mouse for the deciding spot for the final. And they had to play a decider ace match. Now the grand final goes into the last series. And of course, the last series goes to the last map. Bro, you give me Lost Temple cross position now or I'm gonna be real mad. Aura 3 was on purpose to kite like this. That's a good point, man. That's a good point. I don't think you can kite without Aura 3, but then it's the question, is it the right call? $34 hours of tournament in 3 days. What a journey, guys. Yumiko eliminates Sky. Yumiko causes an insane upset by defeating Infi. That was real close in the match against Lin. Fly defeating Lin. The first series in 2024 that he takes off of Lin at the grandest stage. And then Fly wins the map pick of 120, claims match points for his team, only for 120 to come back winning 2 in a row, defending both of the match points, takes the map pick of 40 to claim his match points, that then to be negated by 40 to force this last match. Like, you couldn't write a better story. Infi and Yumi, 10-year history. Fly and Lin know each other for 20 years. In the meantime, I couldn't forget, Remind, dragging Lin to map 3. Sorry, I forgot about that. My brain super fried. One player remaining, one map remaining. Both have won championships, world championships. They can't deal with pressure. 1-0. Back in the GCS days against Infi, it was a human for his first big world title. In team competitions, he usually struggled a little bit. But he's here now. He's here now. Are we set? We're set. That's what it's all about. And let's not forget that this is the home of World Elite. Their arena. They are on home turf. They had a good night's sleep. They didn't have to fight until 4 a.m. No, no, no. It was EHOME. But the power of friendship. Yumi crying on stage already. There will be tears after this final. 1000%. And again, symbolic. Camera shot on 1-0, all by himself. Camera shot on 40, surrounded by mates. Okay, now it changes and it ruins my narrative. Thank you, Chinese production. But it's only Sky left. Doesn't matter who wins this, the EHOME run is forever. Can you start this freaking match, please? Can you start this freaking match? Apparently not. Remind looks confident. Like, yo, he got this. I trust you, mate. You broke this now. There was two big adjustments, right? Archmage kept at the expo. And he waited with the engagement till the defense was ready. Feels like, yeah, feels like we need a crowd interview for sure. Okay, there's one very specific camera shot that leads in. That leads into the game. Not this one though. Now the fighting pose for the socials. Yeah. Where were you, Sky?
This
is it. This is the shot. I say goodbye. We see each other after the grand final. World Elite, the star-studded team of world-class, world champion individuals against the EHOMEs. This is it. And there is no better place to do this on than Lost Freaking Temple. One map to decide it all. World Elite 120 versus EHOME's Fortitude. The last match of the tournament, the last map of the tournament is the best one that RTS has ever seen, but it is not cross position. This is close position for 120 against Fortitude. 40 has been in this situation before. He was on ace matches against Focus and he decided to go for an expansion and that was broken with the Fire Lord. 120, did he learn the lesson? He did. No more Tet Fiends. He did play Tet Fiends against expansions or DK openers also on this map, but he figures out that has been broken. 40 is too stable. I gotta go Crypt Lord. And I gotta say, from all possible strats that 120 has, DK, Lich, Dreadlord, Crypt Lord, I think his Crypt Lord is the weakest. And on 40's side, he might not be too perfect against DK yet. He's very powerful against the Lich. He lost to a Dreadlord recently, but he is the Omega boss versus Crypt Lord. Happy battled him yesterday in 7 minutes 30 on War Hail with the Crypt Lord. That wasn't perfect, but there, I think he didn't know the ins and outs. On Lost Temple, he is at home. Thank you, Lee90, for the 2-month resub. We get a 2-base undead human on Lost Temple as the final map. I said before, it couldn't be any better. Well, now this is peak. Kinda surprised it's not the Dreadlord. That would have been the ultimate style move and also a very successful one. With the Crypt Lord, you have a powerful early, you got the summons, you got crazy disable, and you're good against knights and casters, and later also mortar teams. But against mech, you're rather weak against tanks, against gyros. So, 40 figured out where he is, goes to the temple right away. With the Crypt Lord, usually the play is Banshees, and very few players have figured out how to beat Banshees. That is probably Fortitude's biggest obstacle now. But every piece of damage that 40 finds now helps him. And every single creep jack that 120 finds helps him. No cancel. Sees it. Yep, there we go. This is only an arcane tower at 50%. 40, he knows exactly when to trade. A lot of humans would get nervous now. Oh, there's ghouls here. I'm getting wrecked. He's like, okay, you cancel mine, I cancel yours. We tech at 12 minutes. I don't give a damn. As long as you don't have an expo, I don't need an expo. As long as you don't tech, I don't need to tech. I own you. If we go Crypt Lord Ghouls versus Archmage Footies, I own you. Usually. But in a grand final, game 3, everything can be different. We do cancel the expo. And now who stabilizes and who clicks the tech button? This is not ideal. 120 doesn't have a town portal. Fortitude does. He's just the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT in canceling undead expansions. And I wonder whose call it was to play this kind of game. Still, he got the cancel as well. On close positions, this is what he had to do. So what could help here a lot is a staff. He goes to the shop, boots, staff, if you have the gold. But that also means that like the ziggurat was killed, 150 gold gone, 120 supply block. 40 is not. He's teching. This spell could be great. 120 finds the heal wards, got the staff as well. No gold at the moment for boots, which would be very helpful. Double ring, very nice for an MK, for a paladin, and even for the archmage at the moment. So 120, it feels like he has a little bit of a bad read. Oh, he doubles down on the expo. This is a lot of mind games going on now. Who techs, who expands, who scouts it, who just assumes. Lanschwach, thank you for the sub. And 120 figures out that there's a tech now. And he's, oops. That's not good. Footies in the main, archmates in the north. How much damage can these ghouls do? Can they reach? It looks like it. There's no tower here. At some point, 40 has to respond, but only after he caused some trouble. Going straight for the throat. Both economies up for jeopardy now. Tower up. Massive win for 40. Oh, a ghoul is trapped between two militia. The acolytes. They're not looking good. If an acolyte falls, he has to cancel the tech. The acolyte is dead. 2 of them already. He has to cancel the tech. He's losing 3. He's losing 4. Oh boy. This is a disaster. 40's tech is going through. He's losing stuff as well, of course. But how do you recover with tier 1 undead? There's no beetles no more. And you know what? There's no graveyard building, but he definitely needs one for all these corpses in the main. Militia fighting. The proletarians defend their home turf with pickaxes, forks, and torches. But important kill for Fortitude to get that altar. No tier 3 tech, no Mountain King. But the main is empty. The main is gone. The Haunted is gone. And now the Archmage is here. He keeps him trapped. There is a staff. I don't think he has the damage to go through with it. Staff! Staff! 120 staff! He's trying. I think it's too late. It's too late! He kills the Crippy! The arm is in the air! They do it! EHOME is your Stars War 11 champion, and Fortitude wins the 3rd LAN in a row. Remind 40, UB, fly. Nobody was better. Nobody was better. And they defend. First they throw match points, and then they defend match points. The power of friendship prevails. And Yumi, of course he can't hold it back.
我们把掌声送给EHOME。
Let him out. The wonderful Snow Case
来，我
is
们
with
先一个一个问
us.
一
If
下，
someone
先
can
来问一下
translate,
菲
please
菲，
step forward.
跟我们聊一聊此时此刻的心情。可以看到现场所有的观众都非常的激动啊！菲菲跟我们聊一聊，当时把令神战胜的时候那一刻的心情怎么样？
其实我们的那个循环赛的时候打的还是比较焦灼的，然后昨天也是战斗到了4点钟，然后相当于我们是从地狱杀上来的一支队伍，然后赛前其实也没有被特别的看好，但是我想，既然都从地狱来了，那就一起大闹天宫吧。
确实，其实我们可以看到前2天的比赛，也很多人说菲菲您可能状态不是特别好，还有很多时候在调侃，现在只是 fly 50，但今天很多人说这不是 fly 100%，这是 fly 120%，你们说对吗？菲菲有什么想跟那么多支持你的观众说的吗？
首先是真的非常感谢大家能够来到现场看我们比赛，然后的话也是，这2天打的都比较晚嘛，所以有很多观众是一直陪我们到整个比赛结束的，然后非常感谢大家，来到线下支持《魔兽争霸3》这一款，这么经典的老游戏，来参加我们老男孩的一个聚会。然后，我还想对我的队友们说，就是跟他们一起这个战斗，然后我非常的荣幸。
太棒了，我们可以感受到了，谢谢 Fly。我们再来问一下 Remind， 这3天的比赛您感受怎么样？因为可以看到有很多2v2的比赛，还有再一次跟 Fly 组队，因为我们知道你们曾经是EHOME的双子星，来跟我们聊一聊。不需要翻译啊，你中文可以说啊。
有英文可以吗？
英文可以，英文可以。
This time I didn't expect we're gonna our team gonna go to final, but our aim was go to final first. But somehow we take this very serious and work together and practice hard, talk each other long time, take it very serious and work it out all together and make it to champion. I'm very happy and thanks to my teammates and fans, to the audience, and yeah, thank you.
仁拜前面说，其实他刚来的时候也没有想过自己可以获得冠军。其实他们战队一开始的想法是我们先打到决赛，然后这几天他们其实一直是在交流，一直是在沟通。他们真的是非常的团结，不管是在赛场上还是在赛下，一直是在讨论制定战术。不管是赢的局和输的局，他们都一直是在不停的在想有没有什么更好的办法。还有他非常感谢自己的队友，可以获得这个冠军，他真的是非常的开心。我们把掌声送给仁拜好吗？
I'm going to translate in a bit. We got it in the chat. Thank you.
好，来问一下玉米，泪洒现场。我知道你此时此刻很激动，
因为我看到 Fly 打的时候，身同感受，我知道他压力很大。对，因为
都怪 Fly 把玉米打哭了。
对。我以前跟 Fly 打 W3CL 的时候，我们拿了亚军，然后很久我没有打团队赛，然后 Fly 的压力也很大。前面 EV 的时候，其实我们都会，我们整个团队都是不分彼此，就勇于冒险，然后浪漫最后也顶住压力。就是其实我们会有一些班图的策略，所以 Fly 其实有时候呢会为团队做出了一个很大的牺牲，但是他面对了很多就是对他不好的一个评论，我知道，所以他压力很大，但他最后没有放松，所以我那时候很感动。对，
是这样。那我们也知道，其实很多的比赛里面，玉米也是承受了很大的一个压力。在现场有没有什么想对你的队友，还有说支持你的观众们说的吗？
我其实没有比赛的时候了。我有时候我会想起很多年前我们出来比赛，有很多很热情的观众。不好意思，我一直流鼻涕。然后这一次出来比赛的时候，我原本没有特别的认真，但是我看到很多热情的观众，让我想起以前比赛的，就一幕又一幕的回忆。 我比赛的时候就想了，就这一次不要辜负各位。我知道有很多以前看比赛的观众很难才会，不好意思，对，所以很难的，就谢谢你们，就我不会忘记你们的，就这样了。但
Real bro.
因为我们知道，其实玉明是一个非常感性的人，这可能就是我们热爱的魔兽争霸3。不管怎么样，我们都不留遗憾。在今天这个舞台上，玉明没有留下遗憾，对吗？
Your translations are amazing. I'm gonna read them all when we're done here.
再来问一下浪漫，此时此刻终于拿到了冠军。我知道无数场的比赛，你都顶着巨大的压力，把EHOME一步一步往死亡的边缘拉回来。来，给我们分享一下。
就是我刚刚结束比赛的时候，我全身上下都属于一种非常紧张、面对就是非常紧张的一种状态和这种感觉。但是此时此刻，
准备好了，
我只想说 ，Who can stop we？
Nobody！
如果暴雪不想人族，那么有我，还有玉米，还有 Fly 和吕曼的来加强。我们是冠军，我们是被人不被看好的冠军。就是前面几天晚上打得特别晚的时候，还有很多观众在看我们的比赛，我就觉得我非常的感动，能够陪我们到这么的晚。所以我觉得我一定要打出最精彩的比赛，我一定在最后那一刹那，我不想带着失望回去，不想让支持我的粉丝、支持我们战队的粉丝失望。
这里我们说一个小插曲啊，因为其实浪漫在最后一场比赛开始之前的时候，然后我们裁判给他递了一瓶水，然后当时他放下耳机跟菲菲说了一句：“我压力好大呀。”对吧？此时此刻那种感觉真的是这个样子。但是此时此刻，掌声荣耀属于我们的冠军EHOME战队。
Legends, freaking legends.
我还想再说一句，就是我真的非常感谢我的队友，因为我们的队友真的非常的团结。菲菲会帮我去图，吕曼呢在2v2的时候会跟我经常讨论，玉米他对我的分析和判断有了非常大的贡献。我觉得如果今天是我先上，我一定打不到最后。真的非常感谢我的团队，我们的战队。我觉得虽然我最后是我赢的，但是我觉得我赢的时候是由我们战队每一名选手都注入了心血，我非常感谢你们。
这就是团队赛的魅力。
当然最后也非常感谢所有的粉丝来现场支持我们的比赛。
好，那我们采访环节到这边就暂时告一段落，稍后会有颁奖的环节，各位千万不要走开，我们舞台马上回来。
Amazing, amazing, amazing team. Freaking legends. Freaking legends. All right. So I gotta pull up the chat. Varian, Rin, and Vangolia, thank you so much for helping us out. Fly started. He's super proud. He said it was tough, but he was super proud. They were the underdogs, but they fought through this together. Yumiko said kind of like, I'm not competing nowadays. I often think back to the time when I was competing and to the support of the fans, of the audience. So when it was my turn, I kind of tried my best to not let the audience down. I know there's so many people watching. Thank you all. I won't forget you. So Snowkiss is asking, Yumi, you have no regrets, I guess. And I guess I don't think so. I'm gonna check. it was amazing to see, like, after Raraland, Fortitude said, "Who can stop me?" And here, little bit broken English, but the message gets across, right? It's like, who can stop we? It's like, who can stop us? This is so freaking good, man. This is so good. I love this. Fortitude said apparently, if Blizzard doesn't want humans, there's me and Yumiko. We're the team. The people did not expect us to win. Then the host said, 40, I noticed that you talked to Fly when he was very stressed. And 40 again praising the team. I'm so thankful for the team. I alone couldn't have done it without them. It was great team spirit. Thank you to the fans. And let's see if I forgot something here. Fly also said we had a difficult run. We grinded our way out of hell, and since we got so far, let's make some noise. The host said, Fly, you've been Fly 120%. What do you want to say? He said, super hard, super long days. Thank you for having fun and watching the old boys. He had a good fun. Remind also, like, you heard it, I guess, yourself. Yumi was praising Fly. Fly was under a lot of pressure. Fly said, I'm going to step up. I'm going to go up against Lin. I'm going to take it for the team. There was a lot of negative comments, I guess, on him. But he did it and he performed so well, and that's all he felt in that moment. Yeah, and 40 said at the end, like, we're the underdog. Nobody expected us to win, but we are the champions. The past 2 days, the fans have been with us until very late, and I didn't want to disappoint them. And he's praising his teammates for doing so much as a team. And without them, he couldn't have done it. Bengolia and Varian, thank you.
比赛最终我们的名次已经尘埃落定了，在场的各位观众朋友们，我们再次把最热烈的掌声送给我们台上的4支队伍。感谢他们这3天为我们带来如此精彩的比赛。下面我们首先要欢迎的是西安曲江 WE 顶级俱乐部的首席执行官张伟先生，有请张伟先生为我们 Mouse 和 MIM 战队进行颁奖。首先，我们要颁出的是季军的奖励给 Mouse 战队，我们把掌声送给卡号、TH000、Happy 以及 Sweet。好，我们请我们队员面对镜头合影留念，记录下这美好的一刻。我们有请张伟先生为我们 MYM 颁奖。我们要把掌声送给 Moon、Lucifer、Focus 和 Labby。同样，我们面对镜头合影留念，记录下这美好的一刻。好，感谢张伟先生。下面我们要欢迎的是未来电视有限公司总经理助理靳萌先生为我们的亚军队伍颁奖，有请。获得亚军的是 WE 战队。
Oh, is that King? Did he say it's King? That's the World Elite boss, I think.
让我们把掌声送给 Sky、Infi、Lin、120。 现场的欢呼声已经说明了一切。稍等，静萌先生，我们还要请您为我们的冠军颁发奖品。来，有请礼仪小姐送上属于冠军的奖牌。获得冠军的队伍是。我们把掌声送给 Fly 100%、与 Miko、Remind 和 Fortitude。同样，请我们的冠军队伍举起你们的冠军奖牌，面对镜头合影留念，记录下这美好的一刻。
Yeah, for these guys, it's not really about the money, I think. It's about winning. It's about the competition. It's to show you World Elite who's boss. And they showed them.
谢谢，再次感谢静萌先生，请您稍事休息一下，谢谢。好，此时此刻，我想来跟盖哥聊一聊。您作为东道主来到我们的主场，您来跟我们说一说您现在的心情。
我首先特别的开心，也特别的感动啊！尤其是感谢每一位支持我们魔兽3的兄弟朋友们，无论你是在网上还是来到现场，尤其也感谢我们今天包括这3天给我们奉献了精彩比赛的来自世界各地的远道飞过来的选手们，也感谢我们现场所有的工作人员、导播人员、我们的安保人员，还有包括我们的各个的人员，都感谢你们。没有你们的支持和在这儿的帮助和工作，我们不可能有这么一场我觉得近乎于完美的比赛的结束。同时也特别感谢我们的赞助商要感谢的人实在是太多了。当然我更想感谢的是我们现在在现场还站在这里从祖国各地来到现场看我们比赛的兄弟们，你们真的很棒，3天的时间你们来自5湖4海，谢谢你们。然后我觉得感谢的话我也不多说了，我想再说一句，如果可以我们明年一定再见，谢谢大家，期待明年的相聚，谢谢你们，谢谢大家，谢谢大家。
好，到这里我们 Star War 11的正赛已经要告一段落了。再次感谢一下我们的主办方西安曲江 WE 电影竞技俱乐部、未来电视、达波电竞，感谢我们的赞助商。
Very happy and touched, especially for the support of the fans, whether offline or online. Our players from all over the world, the support team, security, staff, etc. I'd like to thank the sponsors. There's so many to thank. Fans who are here over the past 3 days. If possible, we'll meet again next year.
广祥福对我们的大力支持，同时感谢战略合作伙伴西安南曲江智选假日酒店、和光 Alien Space 万人电竞酒店，特别感谢西安曲江新区管理委员会。Star War 11到这边就要暂时告一段落了，但是我相信这个告别不会很长，让我们一起来期待明年 Star War 12与您不见不散。
Thank you, Snowkiss, for being a wonderful host as always. It's not the real Chinese offline event without it. This firework probably has the budget of Raraland, let's be honest. Oh man, I did not expect this tournament to hit me so deep in the feels. Yeah, I didn't. There was a lot of history coming together over the past couple of days. Storylines of the past, new storylines, everything merging. Was by no means a perfect tournament, like obviously. But if you just live in the moment and enjoy the games, it was fucking awesome. Hey man. This Yumiko win over Infi goes such a long way. This Yumiko win over Infi today is like a 14-year history. And then he's supporting Fly so much because they got an 18-year history. And then you see Yumi on stage who's supporting 40 so much, who's like carrying the torch of the guy who's the usurper for Infi and TH, is what he always wanted to be but never could be. And now they're on a team and it's working and they beat the team of Infi and World Elite. Like, it's freaking brilliant. And then the poet that is Fortitude, summing it all up in who can stop we? Like, does it get any better? Not for me. Not like, no. Thanks for the sub, Jeebus. Thank you, Youngstuck Soso. Yeah, this was, how long was it? 35 hours in 3 days? I think. Like, definitely had to change my sleep schedule for this. Usually I go to bed at like 4 a.m. and sleep till noon. Now I had to get up at 5. That was rough. I wasn't out. I haven't seen sunlight in 3 days, obviously. But it was so worth it. So worth it. What a great experience. What a great experience. You guys supported like crazy as well. You got up with me at 7 a.m. And hopefully this happens again. Hopefully this happens again. Very, very, very kind words of you guys. Thank you. So, I heard, it was rumored that there's another LAN this year. I heard. So, I don't know what's next. Like, definitely B Cup is starting soon again. I don't know if WAL is on a little hiatus right now. We'll figure this all out. But we're definitely coming back with B Cup. We are back in 4 hours with the weekly cup. Carson is gonna be here with the weekly cup. Sign up if you want to make Carson's life a little harder, let him cast long and have more Warcraft, then sign up. And I mean, who doesn't want to play Warcraft right now after this weekend? I certainly want to. I don't know who's playing. Carson is in charge. He's gonna deal with it. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna go to sleep and get some food in. Yo, if you like what we do, we are able to do this because of you. No big sponsors, no publisher support, no nothing. Back to warcraft.com/support. It is September. If you're a new sub, you get 20 to 30% off. We have a merch store. We have a Patreon. If you're on YouTube, you can apply for a you can get a membership. Apply, buy it. We know nobody's applying here. Just buy it. You can throw us one-time donations as well. It's super duper mega helpful. We're here for 190 days in a row, bringing you the best Warcraft from all over the world. That's what we do. That's what we love. And of course, our friends over there in Asia support us along the way as well with their amazing, amazing games. And let's see what the Western scene has to offer later in the weekly. So, enjoy the highlights. I'm out. See you tomorrow, I guess.